All right, so every summer since I was little, my family would like to take trips up to the mountains. We'd go up to Yosemite National Park, and we'd stay in this little place called Curry Village. Now, Curry Village was a lodge and cabins, like tent cabins that you could stay in. So every summer we'd go up, and we'd rent a couple tent cabins, and we'd stay, and then we'd go and we'd hike and bike and do everything that you do, all the touristy fun stuff. And the whole trip, my dad was like, oh man, like I really want to see like some wildlife. Like I got to see a bear this time. Like we've never seen a bear up close. And we're like, all right. So, and at the time, I was only 11 years old, and my sister's a year younger than me. It's my mom, my dad, and my grandpa, and then me and my sister. So we're all out, and we're trying to like see if we could spot anything. And of course we didn't. It's not terribly common to spot bears. I mean, they're there, but you don't normally see them. So it's about, my main story is about a couple days into my trip, and we're pretty tired from having been out a lot, so we decided we were just going to hang out at the cabin and sit in our lawn chairs outside and relax. So my grandpa's asleep and my mom is dozing off, and me and my sister are just playing on our DSs, and we're like trying to keep ourselves busy, and my dad's like, all right, like there's nothing going on, so I'm just going to go take a shower, and we're like, okay, yeah, whatever, you know, and we don't really listen to what he's saying, and me and my sister are like trying to beat each other, and we're staying busy, and it must not have been like 5 minutes after he left that I kind of saw something out of the corner of my eye. Now, our tent cabin was along the very back of the camp, so we were like right along this like construction like fence that they had. It was only like waist high, it was plastic, and they had moved forward the back of the camp because of a rock slide that had happened. So we were right along the back there, and I see something jump over the fence out of the corner of my eye. I'm thinking, oh, it's a dog. I'm just a kid, and I was pretty sure it was a dog. A lot of people let their dogs off and their dogs run around or whatever. And I was like, oh, cool, like I'll just go pet the dog and let it go and it'll go back. And I look up expecting to see a dog, but what I see instead is a black bear. Now, a big black bear. Now, it's not like a juvenile or anything. This is a big black bear. He's all black. He's not a kid. He doesn't have the brown fur. And he's on our side of the fence. Now, we're a good distance away, but without even thinking, I just say, bear. And everybody stands up right away, and we're all just kind of trying to figure out, like, what is he going to do, you know, what's going to happen here. So my mom freaks out when he starts walking towards us, and the first thing that she does is she runs into the tent cabin, and she slams the screen door shut and basically abandons us outside. Now, from the safety of the tent cabin, she decides that she's going to tell us what to do, so she's yelling at me and my sister to back up. So my sister runs back, and I'm still kind of frozen next to my grandpa, next to the bear box. And I remember what you're supposed to do, and what you're supposed to do is be really loud and be really big, you know. So I'm trying to bang on the bear box as hard as I can. It's like a metal locker, so it's making a lot of booming noise. And I'm banging on the side, I'm banging on top of it, and he's still walking. He doesn't seem to care. And so he's getting closer, and I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't working. So I kind of back up, and I'm behind my grandpa now. And he's picked up a chair, and he's holding a chair over his head. He's trying to look really big, and then he starts swinging it back and forth. Now, he's a good distance, he's pretty close, like too close. And so my grandpa's kind of pushing the chair at him, like trying to scare him to get him to spook and run off. And he doesn't seem to do that. And he kind of stops for a second, and then he charges and he stops right in front of my grandpa. My grandpa pushes the chair in his face really fast. And it scares him just enough to get him to jump to the side a little bit. And before he can do anything else, my grandpa holds the chair over his head really high, and the bear's a little bit confused. So he throws the chair and it hits the bear, and he takes off. Now, after this whole situation, we're all kind of just trying to take a deep breath and realize, like, okay, you know, nothing really bad happened. It could have been a lot worse, but it wasn't. And so everything happens really fast, and my dad ends up coming back after this whole thing had happened, and he was like, man, I really wish I was there. And my mom was like, no, you do not wish you were there. It was not like you were thinking. It wasn't like some little touristy thing. And to this day, still, my grandpa was the hero who saved the day, you know, who saved us from the bear.